Namaste, Witchlings. Oh, we have Mr. Sergeant Snuggle Puppy with us today. I'll be putting him down after we get done with our intros. I see Ro, I see Valerie, I see Nicole, and I see John and Smuggler and Joram. Hello, everybody. Oh, Joram was here ungodly early, and that Smuggler was here a while ago. Beep, beep, I'm a sheep. Hey, Aaron. You want down? Baby sheepies. You want to get down in your bed, sweet boy? Yeah. All right, come here. Boom, boom, boom. Here we go. Whoa. All right. He's making up his mind where he's going and what he's doing. All right. How's everybody doing today? I am in a good mood today, so I hear you, Ro. We're here for you. Yay! Good. I am doing better than yesterday, too. I am much happier. Oh, really? That sounds fun, Aaron. Yeah, it has been. It's been a pretty chill week for some of us. All right. Oh, sweet. That is awesome, John. Okay. Let's do our little bit of digital housekeeping and say, please be mindful of the energy you bring into this space. We are protective of the energy in this space, and you will be mindful respectful in my chat, because if you are not, Arnold and the mods will be finding you with the ban hammer.
Hasta la vista, baby.
A little bit of coffee. Okay. I have so much fun stuff planned for today. I'm in a very good mood. Part of the reason we are early is I have plans for this evening, but unfortunately the bus is due to be here to pick me up at about the time that we would normally be finishing up. So we decided to go a little early today. Good afternoon, strawberry ice cream. Oh, damn. We could talk about that in Chillin with the Witchlings. That sounds interesting. Oh, life is so much fun right now. Okay. Here. Boom, boom. All right. I think my brain is on track now. Let's get started, shall we, my lovelies? All right. Ayatiku Stretty. Apparently I'm having trouble talking again today. Ayatiko Steady Earth Medicine meets a karmic crossroads. Old triggers rise, work feels stale, and the past tugs at your sleeve. Today's reading asks for patience, release, and the courage to grow beyond who you've been. Plant the seed, face the lesson, and step forward. Welcome, welcome, welcome one and all to Daily Divinations and Self-Care, where magic meets mindfulness, and we take just a moment to honor the day, listen to the cards, and tend to ourselves along the way. Namaste, my witchlings. Now, whether you are returning or joining us here for the very first time, I am so very glad you are here. Hey, hi, hello, and welcome. I am Di, your yoga witch and guide, and this is your daily pause for reflection, insight, and care. So go grab your favorite crystal. I am going to keep playing with my unicorn amethyst. Light a candle or some incense for that aromatherapy. Settle in with your coffee, tea, or whatever brew fills your mug. And let's go step into today's wisdom and self-care together. Now, if this space resonates with you, do not forget to do the whole like, share, and subscribe thing because it helps our witchling community continue to grow. Speaking of growing our community, you can now join this channel as a witchling member. Yay! Your membership helps me keep creating all of this magic, and it lets us stay connected in deeper, far more meaningful ways. Now, if you feel called to support our channel and you can afford it, and maybe you would like to step just a smidge bit closer into our coven, go ahead and tap that join button and come on in. All right. Thank Presmes Law. Cool of you. Thank you. Oh God, Bad Bunny was amazing. I loved that. My female. Oh. Well, I haven't seen it yet. I grabbed the mug here because it's a very common pagan phrase. I also have a matching mini tapestry of it. All right. My blood type is Dr. Pepper. And surprisingly, I don't have one sitting right here. Oh, I am so sorry. Persmai's Law? Definitely not English, and I am very much an American who only speaks one language, and I hate that. All right, everybody. More coffee. Okay, so in the morning, up until about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, my blood type is coffee, then it goes to Dr. Pepper. All right. You too, my friend. Okay. We do not have a birthday today, but we do have kind of a solemn thing. Many of us my age will join me in mourning this. This one actually hurts worse than losing Luke Perry did. Can I talk now? Can we? We think? Okay. We are lighting our candle to light the way through the veil for Dawson himself. James Vanderbeek passed away this morning. For me, this one's really difficult because, oddly enough, most of my teenage celebrity crushes, I found out much later, were gay. He was one of the very few who was not. So, here's to a painless passing through the veil, and may his memory ever be a blessing to those who knew and loved him. As I light this flame, may it be a beacon of hope and light for those finding their way through the darkness. We hold our light in remembrance and solidarity with victims and survivors of all kinds of violence, our witchlings and their loved ones facing difficult moments, and we keep them all within our circle. With the lighting of our candle, our circle is now closed, and we invite the ancestors to join us here on our journey today. Cannot pick that damn thing up without ringing it. All right. Valerie, celebrate that, because not all relationships, I'm not saying this about my current relationship, do not get any wrong ideas, but being in a relationship isn't always what it's cracked up to be. Okay. James Vanderbeek, who played Dawson, passed this morning. He had colorectal cancer. He had been fighting it since November of 24. Now, he is one of the few teenage celebrity crushes I had who was not gay. And that one, just losing him, and he was my age. So, it's kind of rocking my world. I mean, we lost Luke Perry 2 years ago now? God. And that one was rough, but Dawson, same, Ro. All right. Thank you, my bro. Yeah, Ro, I was watching my phone as notifications popped up, and it said James Vanderbeek, and I'm like, oh, dear God, no. I know. We're losing some of the best ones. And I just saw, within the last few days, that they are rebooting Dawson's. All right. For those of you who are new, normally our candle is something more cheerful. We are celebrating birthdays. Yeah, that sucks. Okay, guys, let's move on to something happier and more cheerful. Let's take a look at what holidays and observances are showing up for us today. All right, we have some good ones. And we kind of need the good news. All right, we have Giving Hearts Day. This one began in North Dakota as a way to supercharge charitable giving through a single focused day of generosity. It's basically a coordinated dopamine hit for compassion. I am all about this idea. And here's the fascinating thing. Neuroscience shows that giving activates the brain's reward circuitry, those same regions that light up with good food or meaningful connection. Altruism isn't just moral, it's biological. We are actually wired for it. Today is a reminder that generosity doesn't have to be dramatic. It can be money, yes, but it can also be time, attention, skill, amplification, or showing up for mutual aid. Tiny, consistent acts are so much better than grand one-time gestures. The world runs on people who quietly decide to care. Next, it is Hug Day. Physical touch is wildly underrated. A hug, when consensual and welcome, reduces cortisol, the stress hormone, and it increases oxytocin, the bonding hormone. It literally shifts the nervous system from threat mode to connection mode. That is not woo-woo magic shit. That is endocrinology. And yet, again, consent matters. Not everyone wants a hug, so Hug Day can also be just Offer Warmth Day. A long squeeze if invited, a hand on a shoulder, a look that says, I see you. The human nervous system is ancient and so very tender. Treat it kindly. It is also National Freedom to Marry Day. National Freedom to Marry Day celebrates the victory of Obergefell versus Hodges, affirming marriage equality for same-sex couples. This is great, this is grand, this is good, but, and this is speaking as a queer woman, freedom isn't equal for everyone. Many disabled people on SSI, administered by the Social Security Administration, risk losing their vital benefits if they marry due to strict income and asset limits. Love should not cost someone their financial survival. Real freedom to marry must include disabled and low-income communities too. It is now also, last but not least, NAACP Day. The National Association for the Advancement of Colored People was founded in 1909 by an interracial coalition of activists determined to fight racial injustice through legal strategy, journalism, and organized resistance. They understood something very crucial. Prejudice is emotional, but injustice is structural. And structures can be dismantled. Civil rights progress has never moved in a straight line. It's a damn spiral. Advances, backlash, advance again. This pattern is not a sign of failure. It is the friction of transformation. But it requires people willing to stand up when it's uncomfortable. And that, my friends, my darlings, my witchlings, that's our holidays. How are you going to weave them into your magic today? Let me know in the comments. Honestly, they're kind of important dates to remember. Especially the NAACP and the freedom to marry. Thank you, Valerie. Yep, Nicole. See, we are lucky. Yeah. You may be today, Valerie, depending on if Bean is here. I swear I saw Bean pop in and say hi. Yep, Bean's here. I think you and Bean are pretty close to the same age, Valerie. All right. Okay. Row. Let's try being positive, and saying I'm positive nobody would want me is not helping. I know that's what I would say in her shoes right now. All right, you guys. Double digits, and that's about all I know off the top of my head. Younger than me, but I'm lucky to remember how old my own biological kids are. Don't ask me. All right, witchlings. It is time to honor the goddess of the day. She is a divine presence to inspire, guide, and walk with us on our journeys. Today's goddess, Ayatiku. Ayatiku carries the quiet, steady power of the earth itself. As the Pueblo, corn, and underworld goddess, she governs harvest, health, weather, and the long arc of providence. Corn, beans, seeds, and soil all fall under her watchful care. Beans. She is not only guardian of future crops, but of the future embodied in children, protecting growth in every sense of the word. In the early months of the year, when the ground still seems dormant, Ayatiku extends compassion like rich soil cradling a seed, unseen, patient, and fiercely nurturing. During the Powamu Festival in Arizona, oh, excuse the hell out of me. We're going to try that one again. During the Powamu Festival in Arizona, Pueblo and Hopi spirit dancers move across the land in sacred patterns, waltzing blessings directly into the fields. Their steps are not performance, but prayer in motion, infusing crops with vitality through embodied devotion. The Hopi also plant beans atop underground ceremonial chambers called kivas, spaces believed to hold Iatiku's nurturing presence. When children enter these kivas for rites of passage, they symbolically descend into the earth and emerge transformed, guided into maturity by the goddess's unseen care. To honor Iyatiku today, step close to the earth in whatever way is available to you. If you garden, gently dance upon the soil and call in her blessing for your plants. Or take a single bean to a quiet patch of ground, plant it, and sit nearby wrapped in a blanket, your own symbolic cave or womb. As you meditate, feel the weight of the soil beneath you and the quiet pulse of generative energy below the surface. Focus on what you are ready to grow, trusting that what is tended in darkness can rise strong into the light. And that, my lovelies, is today's goddess. What do we think of her? Am I the only one envisioning taking Bean out and planting her? I am horrible. Let's see. You're not wrong, John. Spiritual burping energy. Yeah, the coffee likes to talk back sometimes. Oy, there we go. Now my hair's fixed. No, Joram just speaks in abbreviations, and it makes translating it entertaining sometimes. Although I like the fact that he does it. Yeah, and it's also translated abbreviations, so it keeps me on my toes. Does Pig Latin count as a language, yes or no? You know, there's a part of me that wants to say it is its own language, but, you know, I'm a Gen X kid, so yeah, and Nicole says yes, so I'm going to go with Nicole. Oh, how does this feel like AI, my friend? Should I go heads don't work, tails work? Yes. Rest or work tonight? Yeah, work at resting works. Yes. Okay, you're gonna shush for a bit. Seriously. Go away. My phone is yelling at me again. All right. Ooh, itchies. Haha. Okay, here we go. It's a Luna. Shall we wander on and see what the cards are telling us today? The cards are actually being kinda cool. Oof. Don't get me wrong, the oracle cards sound kind of bad to start, but then we get the tarot and it gets a little happier. So, here we go. What are the oracle cards telling us today? Well, to start with, we have karmic. Then we have triggers. Finally, we have a detour. Karmic, triggers, detour. Where do we go from here? Well, what's unfolding right now carries the weight of karma, old patterns circling back for resolution, but it's tangled up with so many triggers that your nervous system is on high alert, my friend. Instead of facing it head on, you may be searching for a detour, any alternate route that lets you sidestep this discomfort. That urge to escape makes sense. No one enjoys being activated. Still, this moment is not random. It's an invitation to notice what's surfacing, to pause before reacting, and to decide whether avoidance will truly free you or simply delay the lesson. That, my darlings, is our oracle reading for today. Let's go ahead now and see what the unicorns are screaming. Oh, work feels stale, defenses are high, and the past keeps tugging at your sleeve. This reading explores insecurity, patience, and the courage to outgrow what once felt like home. Sometimes the lesson isn't about holding on, it's about finally moving forward. So, our first card here is the Three of Pentacles reversed. Boredom with your work situation and a need for change. Next, we have the Nine of Rods. Oops, let's try that again. We have the Nine of Rods. Patience, need to remain calm, insecurity, and ostracism. And finally, we have the Six of Cups reversed. You are living in the past. Leave behind past loves and experiences and move toward the future. So, those are our cards. All right. Those are our cards. Let's see what we get when we put them all together. Bibbidi bobbidi boo. The Three of Pentacles reversed opens this reading with a sense again of stagnation. Work feels uninspired, repetitive, maybe even a little bit misaligned. There is a quiet restlessness building, a recognition that something needs to shift. The Nine of Rods steps in as a steadying force, urging patience and composure. You may feel guarded or defensive, but brace and You may feel guarded or defensive, and bracing yourself against perceived threats, but much of this tension is rooted in insecurity, that inner battle that can unintentionally push others away. The Six of Cups reversed reveals why that distance may be forming. There's a tendency to cling to the past, old loves, old passions, old identities. These don't have to be people. They can be hobbies or chapters that once defined you. Growth now requires releasing what was and turning your focus towards what's waiting ahead. That, my friends, is our tarot reading. What happens when we put all six of those cards together, though? Sorry. All right, my lovelies, let us now weave together the Oracle and Tarot into one clear message. A single solitary stream of guidance flowing through each and every card. Let me know what resonates, you guys. Our reading opens with the Three of Pentacles reversed, a quiet dissatisfaction humming beneath the surface. Work feels dull, misaligned, or unfulfilling, and that boredom is more than just restlessness. It's a signal. Yet, instead of addressing it directly, the weight of something karmic hangs in the air. Old patterns resurface, laced with triggers that push you toward escape rather than engagement. The Nine of Rods shows you bracing yourself, guarded and wary. Insecurity whispers that you must defend, withdraw, or just find a detour. That defensiveness can create distance, even ostracism, though protection is what you think you're choosing. Then the Six of Cups reversed reveals the deeper root. You are tethered to the past. Old loves, old identities, even cherished hobbies may be anchoring you to who you were. Growth now asks for release. This isn't punishment, my friend. It's evolution. The path forward opens when you stop circling what was and step, steady and patient, toward what's next. That is our combined reading, my lovelies. And then we have our affirmation for today. I release what no longer fits the person I am becoming. I meet my triggers with awareness instead of escape. I choose growth over comfort, patience over fear, and forward movement over nostalgia. I am ready for what's next. And that, my dears, is our affirmation. And now, my witchlings, it is time to step into dietheyogawitch.shop, where magic meets movement and everyday rituals get an upgrade. Browse my handmade intention-infused jewelry, then snuggle up with Die the Yoga Witch mugs, yoga mats, t-shirts, sweatshirts, dog hoodies, dog collars, cat collars, so much more. Treat yourself, bless a friend, maybe even your familiar, and bring just a little bit of witchy sparkle into your daily life. Once again, that all can be found at dietheyogawitch.shop. Now, if you're enjoying this podcast and would like to step just a smidge bit deeper into our coven, consider clicking on that join button and becoming a member of our channel. There are some amazing perks for all of my witchlings, with levels starting at just $1 a month. How affordable is that, you guys? And a quick little reminder that you can also help our channel here out for free by subscribing and sharing this video with a friend. Do the whole like, share, subscribe thing, ring the bell so you get notified. I appreciate you guys all so very, very much. Thank you so much for tuning in. All right, back to the show. Oh, poor Bean having a headache. Hey, Valentine. And we have Boone. We have Bean again. Boone. Huh? I ain't saying nobody's gonna die. Yes, it is very close, Valentine. It is Saturday. Yes. Roses are red, violets are blue, orchids are expensive. Well, dandelions too. John, you're awesome. Who do want me for who's what good news? Do you have good news, Joram, or are you saying smart woman? I like this mentor of yours. I know it's tart. I want to say it's apple. Oh, seriously? Well, that's foobar, Nicole. Yes, it is apple, and it is the Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lip Vinyl. It's the lavender. I try not to use their plump ones because they I don't like the way it feels, but Spamalot does sound fun. I absolutely adore Tarte makeup. Yay! I'm glad Joram is staying optimistic. It would be so easy to just kind of slide into defeat and pessimism with everything going on there. All right, you guys. I saw that. Oi. Isn't his son... Yeah, Brandon is buried here in Seattle. I think Bruce is as well. Don't push the issue, Valerie. I don't think Bean is... Bean's popping in and out. FYI, two things. Bean has school in the morning and is in London. And two, Bean's mom tends to be watching over shoulder, so we're not going to pressure. I don't want Bean's mom to say no, she can't watch anymore. All right, everybody, let's keep moving so we can do what, huh? Oh, you're good. Oh, sorry. All right. Thank you, Valerie. It's not you. It's just we're trying to be polite and respectful here. It is now time for our Sanskrit bit. Yay! All right. So, reminder, This week's Sanskrit is Atmanam Vidi, know thyself. So, part of knowing yourself is recognizing which voices aren't actually yours. Not everything in your head deserves authority. That's our Sanskrit for today. All right. Oh, I moved my self-care stuff today. It is now time for Namaste, my friends. Oh, today we are doing some self-love affirmations. Practice positive affirmations about yourself throughout your day, such as, I am amazing, I am strong, I am healthy, I bake a great cake, or I made someone smile today. Write these down somewhere you can see them to remind yourself of your positive attributes and thoughts. Self-love affirmations can be a powerful emotional healing tool, as they can transform a negative self-image into a positive self-image. Self-love affirmations can help you increase your sense of power, reduce stress, and experience personal fulfillment. That's our namaste. And then we have self-compassion. Self-compassion is reminding you of the company you keep. They say you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Whose positive energy can you spend more time around today? Self-compassion, my lovelies. And now, my darling witchlings, it is time for our little moment of Zen from the Little Book of Zen. All right. We have a number of koans answering the question, what is Buddha? Again and again, students ask, what is Buddha? The master's seemingly nonsensical responses have survived over the centuries, often as koans. So, what is Buddha? 3 pounds of flax, says Tung Shan. Dried shit stick, says Yun Men. This very mind, says Matsu. And not mind, not Buddha, also Matsu. What is not the Buddha? Nanyang Huiqing says, the cat is climbing up the post. Pa Chiao Huiqing. I never knew him. Nanyang Huiqing. Again. A new bride rides a donkey. The mother-in-law leads it. Shaoshan. When you utter the name of Buddha, wash out your mouth, is a Zen saying. And the voice of the silence says, look within, thou art Buddha. And that is our little moment of Zen. Yeah, that was kind of a big moment of Zen because there were a bunch of them today. Okay, my lovelies. It is now time for our blessing for today. And our blessing. I leave you with this. May the patterns that return do so gently, carrying wisdom instead of weight. May your triggers become teachers, not traps. May patience steady your heart when insecurity rises, and may courage guide you when the past calls your name. May what once nourished you be honored and lovingly released. May the road ahead open clear and bright, and may you walk it knowing you are supported, evolving, and exactly where you need to be. Blessed be, and namaste, my witchlings. And as always, our timing is beautiful. It is time to wrap up and open our circle with a nearly burned out candle. So, Witchlings, it is time to wrap up the show for today with the extinguishing of our candle. Our circle is now open, and we extend our eternal gratitude to the ancestors who joined us today. Clank. Okay. Now, my lovelies. There's what I'm looking for. Haha. All right. Thank you. Before we go, my witchlings, just a quick little reminder that this space exists solely because of our witchling community. There are no corporate sponsors here yet, just shared magic, mutual care, and a whole lot of love. So please do us all a favor, do the whole like, share, and subscribe thing. Ring the bell so you get notified when we're online and sharing. And then please join the channel if you have the financial ability to do so. And even better, share our channel with a friend. All right, you guys, go out and spread love, spread joy, and spread kindness because there's already enough darkness and hate out there. Please let us each choose to be steady lights for those finding their way through it. Make sure you tell your loved ones in all their forms, 2 legs, 4 legs, 2 legs, 4 legs, wings, fur, scales, paws, or claws, that they matter very much deeply to you. Time moves faster than any of us realize, and those last chances to say I love you are not guaranteed. And now if you take one thing and one thing only away from everything I do here every day, please, please let it be that you always remember you are loved, you are wanted, you are needed, and your purpose here is real and genuine, even if you haven't discovered it yet. I didn't find mine until I was 45. I love you guys to bits, my witchlings. You are the absolute best part of my day and the reason I am here. I'll see you soon. Namaste, witchlings. Hello, hello, hello. See, we came right back. All right. I gotta flame the candle for tomorrow because we pretty much burned it out today. How's everybody doing? I am just got some plans for this afternoon that I'm really, really, really looking forward to. Got some stuff to accomplish this evening after, but overall, I think I'm having a pretty good day. Oh, it's nice and pretty outside. Oh, Thanu. So what we do is we have the show, which is, thank you, we're on the same wavelength again. We have our daily show. And then once we're done with all of that, we just kind of go into chit-chat, chilling with the witchlings, which, honestly, I don't know which part I enjoy more. I'll be honest. Moving mousey. Swapping glasses out. Thank you, Vampy, by the way. I did see that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You are so sweet, and we love you here. Oh, I have seen her live a few times lately and been like, I should pop in, but I was doing 15 things at once, as usual. Oh. Dunk. Pop you where you belong. That goes there. Keeping my chaos to a minimum. Hey, I am pretty content. What, keeping my chaos at a minimum? Ha! Never! There we go. Move that. Man. I think Joram is asking if you're ever visible. Yes. Yeah. If my brain starts doing too many things at once, you guys have seen me do it. I'll just kind of sit here and the lights are on, but nobody's home. We call it going into screensaver mode because brain is processing so much that the body just can't keep up. Thank you, Thanu. Oh, I used to hate the way I looked with glasses, which is part of why I went to contacts. So yeah. And then I found these, and I'm like, those are really, well, okay, I found my other heart-shaped glasses, which I'm not sure where exactly they are right now. But yeah, spotted them, and, oh, no, it was not disrespectful at all. I understand exactly what you're saying. I look completely different without my glasses on. I've kinda miss my contacts, but then I realized that I am bordering on needing bifocals, and that would mean, because these are my working on the computer glasses, and I have another pair of glasses that are for, watching TV and driving. And if I was wearing contacts, that wouldn't work out as well. So, yeah. And I was an idiot. Hello. And then I was an idiot, and y'all can say that I'm not supposed to call myself names, but this was rather idiotic. I lived in my contacts, did not take them out at all, and ended up scratching my cornea. Not once, but twice. Yeah. Yep. That is a southern thing here in the States. And yeah, I picked up the calling someone very much my elder Miss. And yeah. Oh, I tell you, the first time I did it, I went to work that day and finally went into the eye doctor the next day because I didn't think it was that serious until I got up the next morning and it still hurt. I was warned that because of where I had scratched, I might lose some of my vision. I got incredibly lucky and did not. And then like a year later, the first one was actually in the cornea. The second time I did it, it was the white of my eye. Yeah. Sorry, I'm being too graphic again too. Yeah. Sorry. I am horrible. I don't think of it. It's the same thing as when I trauma dump, and I sincerely apologize. It's one of those, hey, this is the kind of a cool thing that happened to me. Yeah, it was painful as fuck, but the man behind the curtain gets on to me for stuff like that too, because he has a very empathetic nervous system, and he will feel someone else's pain. Are we related, Nicole? Because that sounds like shit I would pull. I am the one who kept walking into the same fucking rack for 4 years. You would think I'd learn it was there, did I? Nope. Am I still pissed at myself for it? Yes. Yep. I know that contacts are not for everybody. I originally started wearing contacts because I got married at the Disneyland Hotel. It was an outdoor wedding, and I didn't want to be standing there at the altar with sunglasses on because I thought it looked really bad. So I went and I got contacts, and God, I wore them for a good 20-some years. And yeah, then paid for it. The best part was we got married at the Disneyland Hotel right after Christmas, so it was still decorated for Christmas. It was so pretty. And it ended up not being super duper expensive because we opted to get married on a Sunday. Yes. Yep. As above, so below. It's a very witchy thing. I have not been able to find another one like it either. Oh. Now I'm dancing to the music in my head again. We're doing grand. Having a day. Just having a day. Kind of sniffly. Dude. Acupuncture yesterday. I am breathing better today than I was yesterday morning. Went to acupuncture yesterday morning and I'm sniffling. And I'm like, it's really annoying because I'm sniffly, but I can't blow my nose. It's not going to do a damn bit of good. And so my acupuncturist did some needles in my face. And, oh wow. And yeah, by the time she pulled the needles out, I was completely clear. And I'm like, that is so cool. Why would you think you could tell me what to do with my own body? Just curious. You're not my husband. You're not my wife. You're not one of my children or one of my closest confidants and dear friends. Those are the only people I talk to about all of this. Oh, yeah. Oh, I regularly have quite a few people watching but not chatting. I don't mind, honestly. Makes it easier for my ADD to stay, you know. Nah, you're fine, Nicole. We're good. Somebody just thought they could tell me to take my piercings out. And the best part is you can't even see, you know, all of them because there's at least one that hides behind my glasses. Yeah, and they can't see that there's two in each of my ears. Oh, that one's kind of hiding because of the earbud. So, but yeah, I have 1, 2, 3 in my nose, my eyebrow, 2 in each ear. And at least one other. Yeah, just the one. I have to count. I have to sit here and physically count. It's hilarious. Yes. I want to do more in my ear. Definitely want more ink. Ah. Hey, James, how are you doing today? Oh, man. Haha. Jewish word for non-Jew. No, his name is actually James Thanu. He's a regular in here. I'm glad to hear you're doing pretty good today. I am bouncing off the walls. I'm hyper. I'm just I hear you, Ro. But yeah. I'm looking forward to my plans this evening. I have a Neurospicy hangout. Not sure if anybody's going to show up, but you know, I'm not going to cry if nobody does. Because at the very least, I'll get a decent cup of coffee out of it. Nope, there we go. Let's see what else. And then, I'm impressed that you can, you know, relax with a gassy cat. Somebody busted ass in my office this morning before we went live, and I cannot figure out who the fuck it was. Yeah, this week was interesting. Roro. I actually am the one who organized this meetup. So what it is, we have a group here in my local area that is women looking for friendship. And we have multiple subgroups, such as the Neurospicy group, we have the Pagan group, we have the Women in Business, we have a couple of book clubs, we have a hiking group, we have a mushroom foraging group that I want to talk to some of them about regular foraging. So we have multiple subgroups, and the whole purpose of the group is to organize in-person meetups. And I have met some amazing women in this group, have had a ton of fun with some of the meetups that we've done. And I'm really enjoying it. And we had some Neurospicy meetups last year, but they just kind of petered out when the weather went downhill. And we had a couple of gals ask last week if whatever happened to it and if maybe we could set some up. And I'm like, I'll do it. I know how to do it. I need to get out of the house more. So we are alternating every other Wednesday at one location, every other Saturday at a different location, and just kind of going with the flow. Aw, you are so lucky, Nicole. But yeah, my window is open right now because somebody busted ass and I don't know who it was. I'm leaning towards it being the cat. I'm actually alone in my room. Holy shit. Mr. Fuzzy Butts likes having his chest scritched, but you get past the front paws and he gets kind of grumpy about it. Apparently we're sharing a brain cell today. Oh, that sucks, Ro. Yeah. Wasn't the group for you? Maybe what you need to do is set one up for yourself. I mean, maybe, no. I would say set one up for people like you. But then I'm afraid that if you specified that, you'd end up with all of the haters. How do I feel to know that you do know what this year is? I don't know, hon. I'm still trying to figure out exactly what this year is going to be. I hear you, Nicole. I lit some incense today. I've been trying to burn that stick down for a couple of months. It made a mess. So apparently that particular holder is not the best one. Anyway. Oh, life is good overall. I get to go into town. I got to remember to take the thingy to the place. And then I got to go get the stuff from the other place. But yeah, I'm going to get my exercise today too, apparently. I was afraid of that. Nope. Chair's all the way up, so that's not the problem. Unless I run my foot over. There we go. Yeah, I know that one too. That would be nice. Oh shit, that reminds me. Ba-doom, boom, boom. I need to do that as well. Remember the thing I told you I was getting in the mail soon? That's it. Well, hell's bells and tinker toys. I put the ones I have away. Oh, wait. Andrea didn't show up today. That figures. Okay. Was never any kind of our knowledge. You're good, Nicole. The whole planet we were... Yes. It very much is another Buddhist year. Man, have y'all seen the Buddhist monks that are headed for DC? I think they were due to get there yesterday. Yeah, they reached DC yesterday with their adorable pupper. They met with Bud. Bud. Oh, that happened in DC. Okay. Yeah. So I'm thinking that was all pretty freaking cool. Oh, buddy, the woman. Yes. Okay, yes. The Episcopal but the Episcopal bishop that the fascist Cheeto decided to rail against because, oh my God, how dare she ask him to extend some kindness and compassion and mercy. She wanted him to be merciful. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And he railed against her and raged against her. And man, it's women like her. It's the bishops and the priests in the Episcopal Church like her that really make me proud to say I was baptized into that church. Have not been an Episcopalian actively for a very long time, but I am still very proud of what the church I was born into has done. I love it, I love it, I love it. I mean, hell, the Episcopal Church was one of the first to allow women to be something other than lay ministers or lower level deacons. I remember when the Diocese of Oregon ordained its first woman. Her name was Linda. Couldn't tell you what her last name was. And then back east, the incident that caused the fracturing between the Episcopal Church of the United States and the Anglican Church elsewhere. When a bishop in New England was consecrated, I think is the word, and he is a gay man. Yeah. So yeah, I was really happy to see those things happen. So 2, 6. Ha! You're funny. The fact that I could do that math in my head, though, go die. Doing better than I thought. And that quickly. Damn. That was actually really quick for a bad brain day. Booyah. Are there witches in the church? Okay. Yes, it was. That's why I didn't say it. So this is a controversial take. Can you be a Christian witch? Well, if you take being a witch as someone who practices magic, not the religious and spiritual side of the practice, just the energy manipulation and the magic aspect, then yes, a Christian can practice witchcraft. That is the craft aspect of it. So you can have Christian witches. Now, most witches are not going to be Christian witches. Although you've got a point there too, honey. What is prayer? Now, someone like me, I am a witch who follows an eclectic pagan path. Where I have pulled aspects of, as I've said numerous times, my own lineage, my husband's lineage, and we've kind of cobbled together a practice that works for us with our practices, with our ancestry. So, I myself have not had a relationship with the Christian God since around the time I was 18. So, oh, Joram. All right, we're going to address what Joram says here. Witchcraft. Mother, Maiden, and Crone. Okay, so let me address Joram first. Witchcraft is not, the magic is not black or white. All magic is shades of gray. Just like anything that deals with morals and ethics, etc. You get those who have the toxic positivity, love, light, and fairy dust, all of that shit. And then you've got those who usually walk the left-hand path, which is what is typically what the baneful magic path is frequently referred to. So, I walk a gray path. I do no harm but take no shit. You fuck with my family and those that I love, I will make sure you pay for it. Now, what is prayer? Prayer is a spell. Because think about it. How many prayers did we say? How many prayers did we do in church that rhyme? That are poem-like? I mean, or at least had a cadence that made them easy to remember. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven, right? It's the rhythmicness because it's a poem. All a spell is a poem. And it frequently rhymes because rhyming poems are easier to remember. So, prayer and spells are very much the same. I mean, you go into church, they light the candles, they light the incense, depending on the church, on the altar. This is something a lot of people don't think about. Churches have altars. I have my altar. It's sitting right there. So Christianity stole a lot from the pagans. I actually want to do a whole blog series on that. And what is meditation? How do I define meditation? Meditation is ADHD hyperfocus on steroids. Now, you can have a guided meditation where your focus is on what's being said and the visualizations that you're being given, etc., etc. Or it can be just sitting and focusing on your breath. That is actually the breath work is one of the most common meditations. My personal breath work is just saying in and out, in and out, etc., etc., while quieting the brain. And the focusing on your breath is how you quiet your brain. Now, we're going to tie this into the yoga. What everyone thinks of as yoga when they think of it, that is asana, the poses, the gorgeous picture of someone standing in Lord of the Dance pose on a cliffside. I keep bringing this one up because it's one of the most dramatic pictures I've seen, and there's a lot of them. But asana is the third of the 8 limbs of yoga. The first 2 are the yamas and the niyamas. And those are your spiritual do's and don'ts. Then you have your asana, which was intended to wear the physical body out so that you could continue with the other 5 limbs, which is meditation. Focus until you become one with the object of your focus, and then ascend to samadhi. If I am incorrect in this with someone who knows the Patanjali's limbs better, please correct me, but that is my memory. Yes, there are moving meditations. Asana is a moving meditation as well. Walking meditations are great. One of the first ones I learned was in MBSR. What is a downward dog? That is one of the asana. It's one of the most well-known asana. And it's basically where you have your feet, your hands and your feet on the mat, and your tush aimed at the ceiling. think of a dog when it's stretching. Although that's more, yeah, anyway, not going to get into that conversation. Hey, Thanu. You're good. Actually, touching your toes is a forward fold, which is a yoga asana. But yes, touching your toes is yoga. Let's see if I can do it in my head and walk you through, because one of the most basic yoga flows is a sun salutation, and sun A is the one I am best familiar with and can do in my sleep. And it starts just arms over your head, forward fold to touch your toes, halfway lift, put your hands on your knees, flat back, forward fold, step back or hop back into plank, chaturanga, which is kind of a half push-up, and then up dog or cobra. And then you move from there, you tuck your toes and go into downward dog, step forward into forward fold, halfway lift, forward fold, all the way up, back to mountain. Sorry. Oh, she hid the snoot. No, it's not Japanese. That was me mentally walking through the flow. I will. That is. No, that was. There were a couple of Sanskrit words. Chaturanga is I think is Sanskrit. Otherwise, it was all English. I tend to not teach a whole lot of my classes in Sanskrit. Or if I do it both English and Sanskrit. Because most people know, let's see. I'm trying to remember fucking. I cannot remember what Warrior 2 is. I can't remember any of the Sanskrit names for my poses. And I'm getting very upset with myself for that one. That wouldn't help me any. But it does not say them in Sanskrit. No. Rarely. Thank you, Nicole. Tadasana. Okay, Tadasana. There we go. Thank you. Tadasana. Mountain pose. Most people don't know it as Tadasana, which is so frustrating. Sukhasana. Easy seat. I mean, yeah. I don't generally use bugs. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, they all end in asana. Quack, quack. Quack, quack. I like ducks. Especially Oregon ducks. I saw that. Aww, but it's like Puppy Shark. And he's not in his bed. Oh, life is good though. I am in a very good mood today. It's been. Last night was actually pretty. I got to bed on time, mostly. I'm looking. Damn it. Oh shit, I didn't put it in the calendar. Give me just a second, friends. All right, y'all. Had to listen to the voicemail to find out what time I'm being picked up, so that we don't end up with like we did the other day, and I'm sitting here on the bus is like, "Hi, we're here." All right. All right. That is pretty bye. Yeah, don't forget we are doing Witchlings, good gods, Witchlings round the cauldron midnight mass tonight. Yay! All right. Oh shit. Give me just one sec. Yep. 10:30 p.m. Pacific time. Go ahead. I need to take a quick bio break. Coffee is kicking again. Gods be damned. Right. Sorry about that, guys. I turned the feed off because, well, sometimes you'll be amused by the animals, but not always. And the office happens to be empty today. That sounds fun, Nicole. I have done that. Andrea's back. Hey, Andrea. Andrea! I've been dying to show this. So, Andrea commented on my Betty Boop bag. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, thank you. This is my other Betty Boop bag. Ipsy did the whole Betty Boop thing, and I ended up with both of the bags that month. Oh, you are so lucky, Meep. Nicole. Meep. Meep, meep, meep. Oh. Yes, I did. Meep, meep, meep. I didn't even think about that. Oh my God. Thank you for that particular memory, my love. He just asked if he's just like, did you just roadrunner her? And I'm like, yes, I did. No, it doesn't. I wish. I have a journal that does, though. But, so, am I the only one who remembers fucking, Roadrunner Internet? We had it for a while. And my darling child did not call it Roadrunner Internet. He called it Meep Meep. This one happens to be really super easy to grab. Shush. I love these things. Oh, I love those. Love those. Yes. Torrid. Are we surprised? They're super comfy. I love these pants. They are so... all of my Torrid shit is comfy, though. I don't remember who the guy is that shared the video the other day, but he showed this bigger girl who has... she says it's an addiction. She has discovered a love for going to the gym. And I mean, she's bigger than I am by far. But she has the absolute cutest sports bra and leggings set. And I'm like, where the hell did she get those? Please tell me they're not from Torrid. And somebody's like, why not? And I'm like, personal trauma, having worked there for 4 years and 3/4 of my wardrobe being Torrid now. So I'm trying to branch out and have something other than Torrid clothes. Yeah, no. They're the Blogilates brand from Target. I'm not shopping at Target either. So I'm going to see if I can find something like it that's on like Poshmark or Mercari, because I can get the cute shit and not support Target that way. Pop Fit, yeah. Because I live... hey, kitten. I live in fucking yoga pants and t-shirts or tunics. So, yeah. Coffee's done. Have I written in this journal? I have not. This is yet another of my fucking blank journals. Honey, I was baptized into the Episcopal Church and my fucking priest gave me his blessing to follow the path I am on today. I am well aware. Oh, forgot the tools are still sitting there. Doompa. There we go. You're good, Danu. I love the fact that everything I need in my office is pretty much within grabbing distance of my chair. Oh, Andrea, you'll appreciate this. When the Munchkin moved out, they didn't take it with them. Is mine now. One of their teachers at the school they attended down in Eugene made this for them. It's so cool. All right. Why? Why is it always the fucking final countdown? No, it's the final countdown. It's da 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 da. Da 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 da. Just that part, too. I am so freaking weird sometimes. Oh, wait. Sometimes? No. All the time. All right. What are we talking about tonight on Midnight Mass? I know I set something up. You weren't supposed to do that. There we go. I do? I do. Haha. Oh, it sits on my desk because it's a nice chunk of wood. It has gotten beat to death a couple of times, and I feel bad about that one. All right, so we are still talking about remembering who you are. Yeah. We got some decent stuff to talk tonight, so yay. But I really love our theme of the week. Yes. Being remembering who you are. Yay, Hazel. I am working on getting back there. I gotta tackle. Why is the kitchen a never-ending chore? But I have to tackle the kitchen. My biggest chores right now are laundry, the bathroom, and the kitchen. Well, this week is about excavating who we are. Did I get the journal prompts posted? I am going to make sure I got my journal. Actually, they're supposed to go up today anyway, so I will get the journal prompts for this week up, and that might actually help some of us. Ro, if you would like, I can message you all. I think there's 40 of them for the week. So, what I do, I'm going to start this out by saying that as a content consumer who follows multiple people on multiple platforms, so let's take Misha, your bestie Misha, listens and not crossing a gay man. I follow Misha on YouTube, Facebook, and at least one other place. Can't remember off the top of my head. And there are times when I get annoyed because I'll be watching one of his videos on a platform, and then a couple of days later, I'll be watching him on a different platform and see the same video. And it kind of annoys me. So I decided when I started putting my own content out there, I was going to be careful to not cross-post much. So everything I do across all platforms is unique. And that includes the journal prompts that I put out, all of the blog posts, all of the Sanskrit word of the week posts that I have not been doing this week. God damn it. And all of that. It's all separate and unique. My Substack, my Patreon, Buy Me a Coffee, Tumblr, they all have different stuff. So I highly encourage you, if you are following me on one platform, follow me elsewhere because you're going to get more stuff. And that's not me just wanting people to I don't care about the numbers. I just want you guys to see everything I'm doing. Bobby, I have a feeling your computer or your phone is muted, friend, not me. So, it's Oscar again. Hey, yo. Hey, what do you mean? Elaborate, Thanu. I think you're referring to Bobby there, though, so okay. Yep, okay, making sure. My lips. See, the shitty thing about this lipstick is it wears off faster than the frickin' liquid lip. You're good, Thanu. Alright. But yeah, I love all of the stuff that I do. Oh no, it's not. It just looks funny. I love all of the stuff that I do. And it's a labor of love for me, and it's just let's see what else. Working on some other shit. Crap. Gotta write myself some notes. I hate it when this happens. This damn notebook is my notes to myself thing. All right. Oh yeah. Dun 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 dun. Dum ba dum bum 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 bum. What was I just gonna write down? Son of a bitch. It'll come back. Hey, yours. Commerce. Ugh. Dude. You wanna come say hi? Nope, I know that twitch. I have been invaded by a benevolent furry overlord. I loves him. Yeah. He's just guarding the door currently. It's a good day. Oh, shit. Andrea, can I add you to the mailing list? I wanted to ask before I just, put your email in there and started sending you emails. Oh, if anybody else wants to sign up for the mailing list, there it is. Check out this link, and you will find all of my links for my mailing list, my websites, my schedule, all of that shit on this. You can sign up for the mailing list. Email. I don't do snail mail yet. I don't have anything that would go out as snail mail. Ooh. Sweet. Cool. Okay, I will do that this evening. Yes, I know you did. Actually, it's now stuck in my head because I know what it is. Absinthe is good. Let's see. Coolio. Let's see what else. I am working on a couple of things. What's up, Thanu? I'm working on a couple of things. Trying to get my Shopify connected to Eventney. Cool, Thanu. Thank you, Strolling. I am trying to figure out what I'm going to do with that window. I'm going to move the t-shirt eventually. Whoops, move your head the right way. Sorry. I'm going to move the t-shirt and it's going to go back up over my altar. And then that will get the Namaste Witchlings out of there, and then probably, I know the feminist flag is there right now. I am debating whether I'm going to put the bi flag or put the progress flag back up. Oh, I am so sorry, Thanu. Oh. Irish, yep. Yep, I saw that. My grandfather was a research chemist. Could do square roots in his head. He was a fucking genius. And I could do math as a little kid, and then my brain decided to complicate it. Oh, Ro. Is there anything I would recommend things feel off? Patience. Ooh. Did I tell you how to do the car wash aura cleanse? Oh, honey, my grandfather was an amazing person. I miss him so much. No shit. No, it was a teacher. But grandfather started out as a submarine line officer during World War II. His best friend was one of the most highly decorated admirals in the Navy by the time he retired. But Grandpa developed polio while on the boat and got sent to the Polio Foundation in Georgia. After he recovered from polio, he decided to go to University of Wisconsin, I believe, and was working towards his PhD in research chemistry. He wanted to be a high school biology teacher. Sold his thesis in research chemistry to move to California to go to Episcopal Seminary and become a priest. So my grandfather had 3 careers in one lifetime, and I absolutely loved it. and he regularly joked that his IQ sat on that fine line between genius and insanity, and he leaned towards insanity. Oh, you're good, John. No worries. Catch us up when you get a chance. Okay, you burned sage. Do you have something like Palo Santo to burn to fill? Because the sage burned the sage dispelled the negativity. Now you have left a vacuum. If you don't have something like rosemary, Palo Santo, pine might do in a pinch, to fill that vacuum so that negative and yuck doesn't come, screaming in. What's up, Danu? Where am I from? I am from the Pacific Northwest of the United States. I live Seattle adjacent. I gotta remember to see if the women's clinic will get back to me. Oh, I hear you, Hazel. No, not in India. I'm in the States. Seattle. The Space Needle. The Super Bowl winning team, which the parade was this morning. He watched it on the computer. I was busy getting ready. Die. Quit dancing. Okay. That works. She is, at a doctor's appointment. There we go. Okay, that works. And just, yay. Yay, cat. That'll work. Just burn some incense, something to put some positivity back where the, where the sage dispelled. Ah, Thanu. We don't say things like that, my friend. I understand you are, it's hyperbole, but let's not say stuff like that. There are people in this chat that could easily trigger into a spiral. Just giving you a heads up. Thankfully, I can see that shit and not get triggered into a spiral. I am doing so much better than I used to. Oh, man, I tell you. Life sucks when it's your own brain you're fighting against. Yeah. You're okay, Thanu. Just giving you a heads up. If it were really a problem, I would have raised my voice. Trust me. I am a mom. I know how to deal with shit. I want to get the t-shirt that says, I am a veteran and a mom. You can't scare me. I am going to the UPS store myself today, so ha ha. Oh, honey. Neurodivergent brain. That's what I'm doing tonight. My oldest child is 27 years old, my friend. A lot of us have really, really, really mean brains. I should give my mom that shirt, except she gets scared easy. Yeah, my blood type is Dr. Pepper. Da-da-da. Oh, that totally doesn't surprise me. Does not surprise me. What, wait. Oh, Andrea, no, shit. Andrea, they were being complimentary. Yeah. Yes, I'm live. What do you mean? Huh? I've been live this whole time, Valerie. Yeah. Okay, so Valerie, and for those of you who are new here or not here every day, we do the Di's Daily Divination and Self-Care. And that goes usually 1:30 p.m. to about 2:30-ish. And then we wrap that up, we do the outro, and then we come right back in to Chillin with the Witchlings. And that's what this is, where we just kind of sit and chit-chat. It's okay, Andrea. Shit happens. We are so sorry, Ukas. But the good news is, as soon as this stream stops, the next time I have a stream, you'll be back. So, Root beer was created by pharmacists, I think. Yes, I believe so. Do I have a twin? I sort of have a twin. I have an older brother that I share a birthday with. That's all good, Valerie. Okay. The timeout reference was for the mods. We have the option of just putting somebody in timeout for a certain amount of time and during the stream. And then we have the option of utterly and completely booting them and blocking them from our channel. Yep. Oh, yeah, honey, you haven't been a problem. And we know that you are not exactly an adult. So we give you a little bit more grace than we do people who come in here, obviously fully formed adults who know better. Joram, the only time Joram has ever gotten timed out or put in timeout is when somebody misunderstood something. Occasionally we have to remind everybody, hey, Joram is not being bad. He talks weird. We love him anyway. Hey, Clayton, how are you today? That is true. Okay, so root beer and sarsaparilla are very similar. Yeah, I have a few under 18s. Actually, I have a few who are between 10 and 14 who are regulars in here. Nope. I am not going to tell. They are welcome to explain, but... Damn it, I need something to drink. Yeah. Well... The branch is the new might salvation of Anton LaVeyanism. Anton LaVeyanism, is that even a thing? I gotta look that one up, because I know that's LaVeyan Satanism. Boom. Anton. Damn it. Anton LaVey has a daughter? Didn't know that. No shit, Valerie. We agree with this, but can we not get political? That's all I want to say. What's up? Yeah, we don't hate. We could say we despise this. We loathe it, but we do not hate. I get called out when I say I hate my brain. Thank you. They came from Zenny. All right, you get back in my ear a little better. Ooh, Coolio. Hey, Will, I see you. You snuck in here. Sarsaparilla is actually still made, but that's kind of cool. Man, I need to have a chance to have a conversation with Kat soon. It's behaving like early to mid-spring. Yep. At least you're getting the rain-snow mix in your forecast. We're not even getting that. I am really nervous about... Oh, is it supposed to snow on Tuesday? Cool. Okay, I saw the word autism somewhere. Oh! No, okay, that makes sense. You're sneaky. What would make you a mod, Valerie? I figured that out, Kat. Okay, so we have something of a waiting list for mods. And what ends up making people mods is being regularly in here. And if you're in here regularly and you happen to be here when we get an influx of new people that brings in a fuck ton of trolls, just doing what we do, reminding them to be chill, mind their energy, be polite, be respectful. Most of my mods currently, not all, happen to be either very good friends of mine, IRL, or my immediate family, or slightly extended. Yeah, God, yeah, I think it has been pushing that now, Andrea. Andrea and Mimi got mod privileges. When we first, it was about 6 months ago, when we got a huge, 9 months ago, Jesus Christ, wibbly wobbly, timey wimey. But we had a really huge blow up where I just went massively popular for a couple of weeks. Yeah. I got like 500 new subscribers in the course of 2 weeks. We were getting thousands of people in here every day, and we're like, oh my God, we need help. And they had been being very helpful. So, oh yeah. I know. Well, Ro, when you figure out what you're doing, keep us in the loop. Ow. Ow, that doesn't feel good. Hey, Cocoon. Have a good one, Thanu. Oh, Skylar, honey. I'm a cop's kid. I am a military veteran and family member of multiple veterans, and I do support defunding the police and our military to an extent. I mean, come on. We spend so much, we spend more money on our military budget than the gross national product of multiple different nations. Think about that one for a minute. Thanks, Cocoon. What I think we should do is take some of the funding that we funnel into our law enforcement. Will you please get the fuck out of my head? Just for 5 minutes. There's already enough of us in here. I don't need you hanging out too. What does defunding mean? English isn't, yeah. So it means removing some of the massive funding that these programs get and reallocating it to less militaristic options, such as when someone is having a mental health crisis. Most places in this country, the only option is to call 911 or 988. You call 911, they're going to respond with law enforcement. Law enforcement doesn't know how to deal with someone having a mental health crisis who might appear to be violent but actually isn't. That is how we have ended up with numerous autistic people being harmed in the midst of a crisis that didn't need to happen. So if we could take some of that funding that's being given to the police and turn it and maybe bump up our social services, or even let the police keep it, but make sure that they have something like more social workers and mental health people on staff that can be emergency response for things like that. That's what we want to see. Because when you have I'm going to go back to an autistic kid, because I have had that autistic child having a full-on meltdown in public. When the police arrive to something like that, they're going to arrive armed to the teeth. So that's one of our problems. We need people with more compassionate understanding of those of us who are not neurotypical, or those of us who are dealing with mental health issues such as CPTSD or just PTSD. Have a good one, Thanu. I mean, I have seen veterans having a PTSD episode who have been assaulted because they don't realize that the people standing in front of them are friendly, because they're back in a war zone face to face with enemy combatants. And they end up because of the fact they think they're literally fighting for their lives, they end up losing their lives. Yeah, you would. I have heard of some things like that happening over there, but I apologize, Roro. That's what a lot of us are saying, Cocoon. We need them to be trained for this, but they don't want to, they don't want to train the cops for this. And honestly, I don't think that would be a good idea either. What we need is that social services emergency response team. And that's good, Ro. So but yeah, it disadvantage, yes. It's just you're good, Valerie. It's been really rough. Especially since the 80s when most of our social safety net started being ripped out from under us. We need to talk, Nicole. I want to help with that. That's a good question, Funk. How would that look in practice? I know there are countries who have done it. Okay, so clubs, bars, movie theaters, stadiums, those do not get public funding or that kind of funding. They don't get government funding. They get funding from their investors and their people. Yes, exactly, Cocoon. That happens a lot here too. You go into meltdown and nobody knows what the fuck to do with you. And they're like, you're just throwing a tantrum, or you're being overly emotional, or you're being dramatic, or you just want to get attention, or whatever. You know. What's your question, Thanu? They get public funding. They do not get government funding, is what I'm trying to say, and butchering horribly. I do apologize for that. I don't have a soda. I have a water. That'll work. Hi, Hazel. I see you. That didn't work. That actually did the opposite of what I wanted. Damn it. Helly Ollie Dark. I think so, Ro. What do you mean, what about me? Oh, you're not childish. No, you're not too childish, hun. You're learning. This is how people learn. I do not expect people to know this stuff. I mean, I don't expect people to know shit that there's no way they could know. All right, we have 3 minutes left of our stream here, so we are going to start winding down, I guess. I'm hungry. I don't know why I am hungry. Yep. So, you're welcome, Thanu. I'm here to help educate people. That's what I want to do. I know, Hazel. Oh, but I have my stuffs I got to do. Let's see. I am prepping all of my stuff for, let me check dates again. Next weekend. Okay, so next Sunday is the 15th. The Sunday after that, I will be in Issaquah with the Northwest Witches Market. Yay. Eat the fuzzy bites. Awesome, Nicole. I look forward to hearing from you. Let's see. When did you sneak in there? No, I'm not going to pick him up. Have a good one, Will. All of the furry children are doing pretty good. Yep. Yep. I got to go catch my bus here in a couple. Fuzzy Butts is doing really good. He's currently purring and snoring under the desk. Little Tucker Monsters is using my bolster as a pillow. Sarge, I'm thinking, is in his bed in the living room. I know. And Luna is probably on the couch. They're all doing pretty good. Everybody's healthy and happy. I get to go have coffee with my fellow Neuro Spicy peoples. If I can figure out how the fuck to talk again. So, dump. Thank you, Nicole. States want to take away funding. We'll discuss that in probably one of my bitchin' witches, Skylar. Because that is something I want to talk about. You're good, Ro. I should have given a trigger warning. I forget that I need to. He's already yelled in my ear about it. Not yelled, but y'all know what I mean. All right, everybody. Let's go out there. Oh, quick little reminder, my friends. All right, you guys. Before we go, what? Quick reminder before we go, this space exists solely for because of the Witchling community. You guys are the absolute best. But there are no corporate sponsors here yet. Just shared magic, mutual care, and a whole lot of love. Do the whole like, share, subscribe thing. Hit the bell so you're notified when we're doing shit. Join the channel if you have the opportunity and the financial means to do so. And please share this channel and this video with a friend that you think might enjoy it. And now let's go out there and spread love, spread joy, and spread kindness, because there's already enough hate and discontent out there. We don't need to be adding to it. Let each of us choose to be a beacon of steady light and hope for those finding their way through that darkness. Please tell your loved ones in all their forms, 2 legs, 4 legs, wings, fur, scales, paws, or claws, that they matter very much deeply to you. Time moves so much faster than any of us want to admit, and those last goodbyes are never guaranteed. And if you take only one thing away from every single thing I do here every day, please always remember that you are loved, you are wanted, you are needed, and you do have a reason for existing, even if you haven't figured it out yet. It took me till I was 45 to figure myself out. I love you guys so very much. You are the absolute best part of my day. I will see you all soon. Namaste, my witchlings.